and welcome to Speech Time with Miss McDonald. Today we're going to read Barnyard Dance. I'm going to teach you how to make this book come to life with a sensory activity attached. So first I'm going to read the book, and then we're going to figure out how to make instruments to make a book come to life. We're actually going to look at different things and objects in our homes to make instruments and figure out how we can give our students that ability to touch them and feel them as we're making the instruments so we can make it come to life and let it be a little more fun for them. Without further ado, I'm going to read this book and then we'll go into the sensory piece. Barnyard Dance. Stomp your feet, clap your hands. Everybody ready for the barnyard dance. Bow to the horses, bow to the cow, twirl with the pig if you know how. Bounce with the bunnies, strut with the ducks, spin with the chickens, now quack, quack, quack. With a ba and a moo and a cock-a-doodle-doo, everybody promenade 2 by 2. Prance with the horses, skitter with the mice, swing with your partner once or twice. Stand with the donkey, slide with the sheep, scramble with the little chicks, cheep, 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 cheep. With a neigh and a moo and a cock-a-doodle-doo, another little promenade 2 by 2. Trot with the turkey, leap with the frog, take another spin with the barnyard dog. Turn with the cow in a patch of clover, all take a bow and the dance is over. With an oink and a moo and a quack, 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 the dance is done, but we'll be back. The end. Now, for part 2. I really like this story, and you can play this story back just so that you can hear the auditory version of me reading it while you incorporate something sensory. So here, let's talk about the sensory piece. A quick way for you to make sensory happen for your students while reading a cool book. Hey, if you have bangles or some type of bracelet inside of your jewelry drawer, bring them out and simply play with them back and forth. Have your student even feel them. Have them make the sound themselves. If you would like to incorporate it into the story while you're reading, you can have them touch it when we say the word dance. It's a great way to have that stimulation for them to hear it and for them to have that sensory time for them to touch it. To hear it and touch it is both sensory. So you can definitely try using these bangles if you have any type of hoop like this. I've even had friends who have used hoop earrings, put them on their wrists. If you have a whole lot of them, try it, depending on how big they are, and make a sound. This is another one. It's a little country, but hey, I come from the country, so let's try it out. Now, this is a pickle jar and a spoon. If you just like to make a beat, or if you'd like to just make some type of sound so that they can be exposed to something or some type of rhythmic sound while you're reading, you can just gently tap the spoon onto any type of jar or even a cup if you have it that's glass, and just have it participate with the song. So you can read it and have a beat to it. And look, you have your own instrument that you've made. You don't want to quite startle your kids, but allow them to have that experience too. I want you to have them hold onto the spoon if they can grip. And if they can't, it's okay. Help them and assist them by using hand over hand. And you can gently have them tap, 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 and tap. so they can have that experience and that sensory stimulation from something as simple as a jar and a spoon, but trying to make some type of rhythmic beat that goes along with our story. Instruments, homemade. Let's try another one, my personal favorite. This one works with rice, or you can use quinoa, or you can use beans. The point is to try to make a type of maraca sound. You're gonna use a simple bag. I have quinoa, and all you're gonna do is shake it. If you are someone in your house who still has some old Easter eggs, I would even fill some old Easter eggs with either some rice or some quinoa or some beans, and just shake them. Shake them. You could also use just a simple cup, putting a plastic cup. You can wrap the plastic cup with either plastic wrap and then put a rubber band around it and just shake, 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 shake. You want your child to hear that beat. You want them to hear the sensation of the quinoa, or the rice, or the beans touching the corners of whatever container that you choose to use, so you can use that maraca. Again, you can have your student help you make these objects. You can have them pick up their hands into some quinoa or to some rice by placing it in the container that you choose, so they can even hear it ding, 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 drop down. That's a part of the sensory experience with this book. Or just in general, if you're trying to make your own instruments. You can use these instruments with whatever book you want that has a beat that you want to practice to. But we're choosing to practice it with this book because it has a dance theme. Let's see. I think those were all the instruments that I had prepared for you today. One last thing. Foil. We can always use foil because we can allow our students to, one, catch the light with the foil, because I know some of our students really are just trying to track light. So that ability to just even catch light off of foil, they can hear the sound. You can put it close to their ears and just crinkle it. Try it for yourself so you can hear what it sounds like as well. See if it's something that they're interested in. And of course, let them crunch foil, feel foil, smush foil. Let them touch it and rip foil if it's something that they can try to do, and if not, absolutely practice it with them. Foil has an interesting sound that goes along with it, but as a texture, it's very unique. So allow them to feel that foil, touch that foil, experience that foil, allow them to hear it and to squeeze it and to rip it, all as a part of a texture element to story reading. There are several parts in this book in particular. They say 2 by 2. You can definitely take 2 pieces of foil and use that as your 2 by 2 by allowing them to rip and then touch 1, 2. So that they can have that experience with actually not only hearing the sound of what 2 is, but actually getting the tactile stimulation for counting to 2 with foil. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I think the instrument idea can be kind of fun, using items around our house that we have available. These were just what I had around my home. I know that you might not have the same objects, but I'm hoping that we can do something that you do have in your home. If you don't have the rice or you don't have quinoa, hopefully you might have beans, or you might have another item that you can make maracas out of. If you don't have a pickle jar that I just happen to have laying around because I love pickles, you can use a cup, or you can use any type of glass. Sometimes I've had yogurt that comes in a glass. You can use a yogurt cup if that's something that you want to do. So just let's get creative with it. Again, I hope this was helpful. I will definitely add more tips and tricks to this as we go along, and I hope to hear from you soon if you liked it. All right, guys, see you next time.